Countywide Registry has been helping officers respond and protect some of our community's most vulnerable people. Ada County's Vulnerable People Registry is meant to help first responders and dispatch connect and better communicate with missing and vulnerable persons. And our Jude Binkley spoke with Ada County Dispatch about the database and how it's been helping. It's been in our community, Jude, since 2021.
That's right, Joe. This registry is a resource that allows dispatch and first responders in the field to quickly search a database to help vulnerable people get reunited with their families. Ada County Dispatch responds to hundreds of calls a day, and a registry is helping make sure the calls to help vulnerable residents are best met.
We have a little over 130 people signed up on the registry now.
Ada County's Registry of Vulnerable People was created by a few dispatchers who had members of their family with Alzheimer's or autism.
It went live back in 2021, right around that time frame, and we've had some pretty good success with it.
The registry allows residents to voluntarily put information about a vulnerable family member.
That would be accessible to our field units as well as our dispatchers, so that if those folks were found to be wandering in the community, that we would be able to quickly reunite them with their families.
The registry is intended to help people with Alzheimer's, dementia patients, people with autism, or people who may have other conditions that make them nonverbal.
If an officer or paramedics or firefighters find somebody who appears to be disoriented or lost, and they're able to obtain the name, they can ask the dispatch center to run that name, and if that person's been entered in the registry, we can utilize that information to get them in touch with their family.
The information can also be used to help de-escalate a situation or let officers know what someone may best respond to.
Is that to Charles?
Recently, the database was used to help find a missing child with autism in Kuna find their family.
The officers found the child and were able to quickly reunite the child with his family based on the information that had been entered into RVAP by the family members. So it was really helpful for the deputies in that instance to very quickly reunite the child with their family.
And the information provided is voluntary and only accessible to first responders and dispatch. And it is something that has to be renewed every year. So if you've done it in the past, maybe check and make sure your information's still good. And Joe, if anyone out there is interested in enrolling a family member, we have a link to do so in our web story at ktvb.com.
Well, that's just really crucial community service work there. We see so many of these missing people, vulnerable people come across our desk. It's good to know that there's a program like that. Keep an eyes out for them. Jude Binkley reporting here on the News at 6. Appreciate it. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back after a quick break.